Hi everyone, it's Delaney. Today I'm going to be going over how to adapt shoes and shoelaces for easier tying. Also, I'm going to show you a different way to tie the shoelaces that takes out some of the trickier bits. So let's get started. Okay, what you need? You need two different pairs of shoes. I like to use work shoes, gym shoes, something that's okay having two different colored laces, although I think it's cool anyways, so it's up to you. Basically taking two different shoes, you don't have to go to the store and buy new laces. So I have two different colored laces also, which you'll need. I have dark blue and light gray. And then all you need is a pair of scissors. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is take out the laces of one colored shoe and the opposite colored shoe. So I'm going to take one blue, one gray, put the others away. Alright, so I'm going to take this lace out. So the importance of having two different colors is that it allows for better contrast on top of the shoe. So you can see how the gray on the gray blends in, where, say if you have blue on the gray, it stands out. And that's what we want. So we can see which lace is on top, which lace is on bottom, and also where to put the laces when we go to make a loop. Two shoes, different colors, laces are out. One gray, one blue. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half first. I put the tops together, make it folded in half, grab your scissors, go to the end, and cut. Okay. Do the same for the other one. Stretch it out, put the two tops together, fold it in half, scissors, cut. Okay, so now you should have each lace cut in half. Alright, so you take one of each color, found the tops and the bottoms, tie a little knot. It doesn't need to be a specific knot, just a regular. Okay. Alright, two different colors, two different laces. Then we'll show this shoe more closely because this one has the tops on and I'm going to be able to lace it much easier. Goes through. And if you want to have two different color laces, go for it. If you want to go to the store and get, you know, like a bright yellow on top of this, or a bright green, bright pink even, go for it. This way I'm just showing you ways of just using what you have at home. Or you could try it this way first, and then if it seems challenging, then maybe you go to the store and get brighter colors. It's up to you. So I'm going to lace the shoe. Like so. The good thing about doing it this way is, you know, once you master it, you can take this knot out and reattach the original lace if you want to. I think it's kind of cool having different color laces. Alright. So I'm gonna tie it extra, extra tight so that I have lots of room here for tying. Okay, so we have one shoe, two shoes, both with the different colored laces, and basically you would just repeat the same process for your other pair. Save time, I won't do that. But I'm gonna put this one aside. So now I can show the actual tying. Okay. A way to teach this as well is to use something bigger, thicker, and longer. So you could use something like a jump rope or maybe a leash, something like that. Basically, it's just going to give you more control before you start with a shoe. But I'm going to show you. Okay, so we start first by making an X. You can see here, I made an X. And then I'm going to say, okay, which one is behind? So if I switch it here for you, from this view, which one is behind? And that would be the gray. Okay, so that one's gonna go under the bridge and then pull. You're going to do this again, make an X. Which one's behind? Blue. It goes under the bridge. Pull. This one, we're not going to pull all the way down. We're going to leave a little circle. We like to call the tunnel. Okay. With our tunnel, if you can see it there, we're going to take each lace, go through the tunnel, and pull, stop. You want to leave a bunny ear, so don't pull all the way through. Leave a little loop. You can see the laces down here, and here's the loop. Same thing with the other one. Goes through the tunnel, pull down, but stop. Leave a little bunny ear. So now we have two laces, two bunny ears, and you can see how our contrast is coming into play here. I can clearly see I have one loop here, one loop here, one tie, one tie. Then I say, okay, pinch the loops, pinch, pinch, and pull. You tied your shoe. All right, so I'm going to do it again. And this time I'm going to point out the tricky parts where we might need a little bit of help and how we can talk ourselves through it. Okay, so I'm going to say, let's just focus on one at a time, one shoe at a time, one step at a time. Okay, let's make an X. If we need a different way of teaching that, we can say cross. We can also show our arms first. Make an X or cross, cross. Which one is behind? If we need to adapt that, we can turn it and say, which one's on top? Top, top, top. Blue. Blue goes under the bridge. That part right here, very, very tricky. First teaching it, we say, okay, go under. And what kids will do, or adults, they'll drop that. They'll drop that lace. which is okay if you have laces like this, but sometimes they'll get behind here. So we want to make sure it goes under the bridge. What I'll have people do is grab the lace here. So they let go of it and then re-grab and pull. I'm going to do that again. Cross. Which one's on top? Or behind? So it goes under the bridge. Boop. Let go. Pull. Down. As opposed to having to hold on to it. Cross. Around. Which takes a lot of tricky finger work. Okay, so we cross, under, pull, do that again, cross, which one's behind, gray, drop, pull, but not all the way, leave a tunnel. Oftentimes too, this tunnel will often be left a little bit bigger. What I like to do if we need help there is mom or dad or whoever's helping, put a finger there on the bottom laces and have them pull to your finger. That way you're left with a little tunnel. Okay. Then we take one at a time. You could do two at a time too. One at a time might be a little bit easier. It goes through, pull, but not all the way. Oftentimes that will happen. It gets pulled through. And I just say, oops, we pulled too far. Let's try again. And they'll put the lace back through. And mom or dad or caregiver, whoever's practicing with them, put a finger in the loop so that when it goes down, you can say stop, on to the other one. And I actually did this backwards. Through, put a finger here, and say stop. All right, on to the next one. Through, fingers in the loop, keeping it from going all the way through. Stop, pinch the loops, and pull. Here too is where this will happen. I'll pull, and then it becomes untied. If that happens, I say, oops, we pulled them through. We didn't pinch the loops. And we'll go back. And I will stress having to use our pinchers. You can say, show me your pinchers. Pinch the loops together, then pull. First pinch, then pull. And if you want to let them problem solve through it, if they happen to pull through, that's okay. Let's go back to the tunnel and just put the lace back through. It's good to teach them how to problem solve this too if this happens when you're not around. Pinch and pull. All set? Okay, so I'm going to put a little box here with each step written out so you can pause and complete the step. If you have any questions or concerns, of course, call me, text me, email me, let me know. All right, let me know how it goes. Enjoy. Bye.